Everybody together, Hare Krishna, unmute yourself. Start with Jai Shri Krishna and chant Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama
Hare Krishna. Thank you kids for chanting so beautifully. Radhika Kasturi MatajI is here with us. She will take over from here. Ms. MatajI, take over, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji.
All right. Thank you, Mataji. Good evening, kids. Let's get started. I'll just do my prayers quickly. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharnini Vishishwani Vadi Pashyaya Deshtarani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasa Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. All right. Thank you, kids. You all beautifully chanted, as Mataji said. Hari Hari. Okay, let me open my PowerPoint. Lot of pending things for me. I'm kind of going very slow, I guess. Okay. Can you just opened it? Can you see it?
Mataji, we can't see Mataji.
Oh, you can't? Okay. Okay. Maybe now I have to press share. Can you see?
Yes, it's coming. Yes, Mataji.
Wonderful. Okay, so we are in the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th chapter. And here in this chapter, what are we learning? Anybody knows what was taught in the previous class? What all did you learn? Isha?
That Brahma was made, and then Krishna, he did meditation, and then Krishna told him what to create the whole universe.
Oh, wonderful. So he told to create the whole universe. And that is what we're going to see now. So what we would have probably seen, you all would have seen, is that the primary creation is done. And now the secondary creation is going to get started by Brahma. And we are going to see, again, this is a very technical section, but then we'll make it as simple as possible so that you all can understand, okay? So the first slide talks about the secondary creation that was done by Brahma. To Isha's point, we are talking about creation, isn't it? Brahma gets the strength to create from whom? He did tapasya to Lord Krishna, and with that tapasya, he is able to meditate and understand that this is how I need to create. So he's got all, whatever knowledge that is needed to create comes from Krishna. This is very important for us to understand. So he's not on his own, like anybody for that matter. Whatever we do is due to the power of Krishna, isn't it? It's all vibhutis of Krishna that are coming into play. And hence we need to understand here also that Brahma is creating, of course, but then the power is coming from Lord Krishna. Krishna has granted him, yes, this is how you need to create. The knowledge is coming from Krishna because he did tapasya, tapa. Krishna then revealed the knowledge that is needed for his creation. So secondary creation by Brahma. The eighth creation is that of entities which distribute their nourishment horizontally. So now we are going to see how Brahma is created and what are the different animals, birds, human beings, what is the order of creation, and also how is that he's creating. Can you tell me, if you were to ask me how Brahma created, then we are going to see the sequence now. So first one, Brahma actually created animals with hooves, cloven hooves. See in the picture, are you able to see what the cloven hooves are? So these are types of animals which have cloven hooves. What are the types of animals? Cows, goats, buffalo.
Mataji, can you put the slideshow, Mataji? It is very small to see like this.
Oh, okay. So now, in this, you're able to see, right? Cloven hooves are like this. So when an animal has a cloven hoof, then these are the creations that is created by Brahma. Okay, the eighth type of creation is the animals with, the type one is animals with cloven hooves. And examples for those animals are cows, goats, buffalo, deer, pigs, antelope, sheep, and camels. Okay, so this is type one. Are you clear, kids? So the next one is type 2. So what is type 2? Here, animals without cloven hooves are shown. For example, so these are the animals without cloven hooves. You're able to see, right? Horse, mule, ass, gaura, that is bison, wild cow. These are all having only one hoof. You're able to see it. It is not cut into two. That previous slide we saw, right? I don't know how to go back now. Yeah. So in this, there is a cut here, right? For the next type of animals, there is no cut like this, which is seen in the middle. Okay. So here I have shown the screenshot of that. Bisons, wild cow, horse, they all have only one hoof. Okay.
Yes,
And
Mataji.
now we are going to see about animals with 5 nails. The animals with 5 nails is type 3. So type 1 is the one who has cloven hooves. What are the examples of those? Anybody remember what the examples of those are?
Dogs, tigers,
No, dear, no.
buffaloes,
See, what was the picture I put?
goat,
If you remember, goat. Goat is the picture that I put, isn't it? And then
sheep,
we have sheep, yes, camels, the deer, pigs, all those have cloven hooves. Then one hoof. What are the animals with one hoof?
horse.
Horse, yes, that is the picture that I put. And then we have wild cows and all. Okay, that's also an example. Bison, those are examples of type 2. Now type 3, the sequence of order is as follows. Okay, the first one, in the 8th creation, the first type was with the cloven hooves. The second type was
Mataji,
with one hoof. And the third type is animals with 5 nails. Yes, Isha?
the picture that you put it with one hoof, was that a zebra or a horse too?
Horse.
Both of them?
I just put horse.
I'm okay, Mataji.
In the picture, I put only horse here. Okay. Okay, so now animals with 5 nails, what are they? Dogs, jackals, wolves, tigers, cats, rabbits, and Vrinda, this is what you were saying. All these that you mentioned is for animals with 5 nails. Turtles, lizards, alligators, lions, and monkeys. They all have 5 nails. Okay, so far are you clear? Type 1 is with the cloven hooves. The type 2 is with one hoof. And then type 3 is animals which have 5 nails. All right, kids. Are you clear so far? In the 8th creation, this is the order.
Yes.
Are you clear?
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Wonderful. So type 4 are birds. The birds includes, what are the birds? Herons, vultures, cranes, hawks, birds of prey, peacocks, swans, chakravakas, crows, owls. These are all the birds.
Mataji, there are no eagles.
Huh?
Eagles are not there. Like in the.
So we don't have all the birds listed as in here. Okay, they all probably belong to a category, and then these categories are broadened and shown here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so here there are birds. So type 1, type 2, type 3, and type 4. Type 1 is cloven hooves. Type 2 is one hoof. Type 3 is animals with 5 nails, and type 4 is birds. So this is the 8th creation that Brahma did. Okay. And now he's going to talk about humans, the human creation. So the 9th class consists of the beings in which the food is distributed. There is only one class, human beings, who have predominance of rajas, who are dedicated to work, who think themselves happy even in distress. So these are the set of people. So they are predominantly in what mode? We are all predominantly in the mode of passion. Okay, so so we are all predominantly in the mode of passion. And then what do we think all the time? We think we are happy even in distress. Why is that it is said that we are in distress here? It is said that we are in distress because we are not trying to get out of this birth, death, old age, and disease. That is why we are told, you dukale mashashvatam, but still we think this this place is a very, very happy place, but when in fact it is not. Are you able to understand, kids? So there are a couple of points that are mentioned here. The ninth creation is that of human beings. The second point is that we are predominantly in the mode of passion. And then the third point is that wherever we are situated in this material world, we are thinking that we are happy when in fact we are not. When we are in distress, we are thinking we are happy. Okay. So this is the nature of this material world, and people who live here, they are always looking for happiness here in this Dukalayam Ashashwatam. But again, we need to understand that happiness is not possible in this material world, and we need to get out of this cycle of birth, death, old age, and disease. Then we are talking, the 10th chapter, after that, Brahma is talking about 8 kinds of Devatas creation. So the demigods need to be created, isn't it? Now that we have created different kinds of animals, birds, human beings, we need to go for the higher ranked Devatas. There are 8 kinds of Devatas. And here in the translation, Srila Prabhupada has listed out what those 8 are. So the creation of demigods is of 8 varieties. He says, first one is demigods, then the forefathers, the asuras, the gandharvas, the yakshas, the rakshasas, the siddhas, the shanaras, the vidyadharas, the bhuta, preta, prishashas, and then the superhuman beings or the celestial singers. Who are they? They are the gandharvas. All are created by Brahma, the creator of the universe. So this is what happens, kids. This is the order. You know what? 1 second, kids. My son is actually getting a call from his teacher. He's not able to answer. I have to go and tell him really quickly. I'll come back, okay?
Yes, Mataji, no worries. So anybody wanted to say what we saw until now? Yes, Shreyan, go ahead. First, what are the animals that we saw that Brahma has created?
Mataji, I was not raising my hand.
You were unmuted, so that's why I asked. Okay, who wanted to speak? Quick.
Animals with the cloven hooves.
Yes, the second. Isha, go ahead.
Animal that has 5 nails.
That is
That's
later.
the third. Yeah.
That's the third. Yeah. Yeah, Radhika Mataji came. Take over, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. You know the order also. So the second one is Isha. Okay, anybody else who knows the second one? Radha, go ahead here.
The other animals?
What are the other animals?
Like
Yes, Vrinda's right, horse. But what is the speciality of those animals?
Like the one hoof?
Hmm?
One hoof?
Yes, that's the one with one hoof. Correct. The third type, what is the third type? So Devi, no, if not everybody should answer. Okay, let's follow a protocol. Hands raise and then we answer. So Devi, go ahead here.
Third one or fourth one, Mataji?
Huh?
Third or fourth?
Is your voice audible? What did you say?
With 5 nails.
Yes, now I can hear. Yes, with 5 nails. That is right. What is the fourth type? Can you please put your hands down if you've already answered? Advait, come on, tell what is the fourth type? Type 4.
Mataji, birds.
Correct, very good. So now, after that, the 9th creation is what? 9th creation. Satvik, do you want to answer? Shriyan?
Yes, Mataji.
What is the 9th creation that Brahma created?
Celestial singers.
Oh dear, not the right answer. Smriti?
Mataji, the humans. And you just
Correct. Wonderful. Yes.
Mostly
Yes.
more passion.
Correct. Very good job. Very good job. Thank you so much, Smriti. And then Suraj, after that, what did he create? After the human beings, what did he create?
I think he created devatas.
Correct. It is seen just in the slide right here. And he created 8 kinds of devatas, and that is the list that we saw here. Okay,
But
so
so
he created.
Mataji, human beings came before devatas.
This is the order of sequence
But
that
so
Brahmaji.
we're older than them.
No, dear, no, it's not like that. I mean, I don't know how all these things work. I mean, it's not that the birds are older. I probably would want to clarify. That's a very good question. But then, see, the thing is, it's not like there is a delay in between or anything. He immediately created these as an order. Okay, he immediately created. There's no. I mean, I don't think there is a lag or a waiting period.
So this is what happened. So why devatas were created later? This answers why devatas were created later and Surya's question. Why they were created later is because first they were made as normal, regular human beings, since they didn't have any qualification to be a devata. And then when they got the qualification, they became a devata.
I don't think so. Shriyan,
No, Shriyan, that's not how it works.
no.
Brahma creates separately. He doesn't take some child. It's not like Harry Potter.
See, the thing
It's
is,
not like
he's
the
just
guy
creating
comes
a
and he tells
prototype.
you you are chosen to become a demigod or anything.
See, the thing is, those who are qualified only will become a demigod. It's not any random person who becomes a demigod. He has the qualification. What Brahmaji does is the prototypes are created. These are the species that will be coming into picture. So that is the role of Brahma. We are not created. We are eternally there. Okay. So it's just that we are going through different life cycles, like Dehinosmi Yata Dehi. We are just changing the clothes, but we are eternally there. The Jiva is not created by any chance. The Jiva is always there. Okay, we are eternal. But what Brahmaji creates when he means creation is that the prototypes are defined, the species are defined. That is what is done by Brahma. So he's not creating any human beings per se. Oh, Radhika is not created, or Suraj is not created, Shriyan is not created. Okay, we are all there eternally. But when we have to go through the cycle of karma, the prototype for the species needs to be defined, isn't it? A human being, human being prototype needs to be defined. A demigod prototype needs to be defined. There should be a Gandharva, there should be a Siddha, there should be a Bhuta, Preta, Pishasha. Whatever it is, it's just the prototype that is all created at this point in time.
Mataji, why are Bhutas, Pretas, and Pisachas demigods?
No, they are having powers.
It says 8 kinds of devatas.
Correct. They are demigods only. Why they are demigods is because they have powers greater than that of us. And they are situated in a planet that is above Bhuloka. Okay, so that is why.
So
and why
anybody who is greater than us is called.
No, it is just that these ghosts, they don't have a gross body, they have only subtle body. But when you compare the powers of a human beings to that of a ghost, the ghost has more powers. Are you able to understand?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now Isha has a question also. Go ahead, dear Isha.
Mataji, what is the third animal that you said?
That is animals with 5 nails.
5 nails.
Yes.
Thank you, Mataji.
Okay. Good. Very good questions, Suraj and Isha and
Mataji,
Shriya.
what was the first category you said?
With the hoof.
The first category, then what is second?
Hoofs.
Then what is the
only
second?
one hoof. Second is with only one hoof.
Okay. Why, how can something have only one hoof?
That's what the examples are. Horse, we saw, na, the horse has only one hoof.
Yeah, so that is number 2. So what's number 1?
Number 1 is cloved hoofs. Cloved hoofs is, I'll show you the picture, okay? We have 2 more slides to complete. Let me go through the first line.
It was goat, right, Mataji?
Yeah, it is goat, and this is what is cloven hoofs, Suraj.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So now we'll go to the next slide. Okay. We have 2 more slides, and after this we can end this class, okay? And then you can go to the moral stories.
Wait,
Okay.
Mataji, I have another question.
Yeah, go ahead, dear Isha.
You said fourth, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you went straight to 9. So where
Yeah,
does 6,
in the
7,
8th, there are only 4 types. After that, Brahma goes to the 9th creation. So the 8th is all categories of animals and birds.
So there's. So
The
it's
9th, the category is humans. The 10th, the category is devatas, like that.
Oh, okay, Mataji.
Good question, Isha. Oh my God, you're all so nicely listening. Very, very good. As explained, as explained in the 2nd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, the Siddhas are the inhabitants of Siddhaloka, where the residents travel in space without vehicles. At their mere, they will pass from one planet to another without difficulty. Can you believe they are able to travel from one to another without even a vehicle? Therefore, in the upper planets, the inhabitants are far superior to the inhabitants of this planet in the matters of art, culture, science, etc. And they possess brains
Mataji, if
superior
so,
to
then
that
why
of
do they have
human beings.
vahanas?
What is that, dear?
Mataji, if so, then why do they have vahanas?
Vahanas is also there. It's for their comfort. The thing is, these siddhas are capable of having mystic potencies. They can travel without even vehicles. If they want, they can travel with vehicles. It's up to them. Okay. You depending upon your mood. Oh yeah, I want to fly in an airplane today. Then they'll have an airplane by the mystic power. They can just bring the airplane right in front of them. And then they'll be able to go from one planet to another. Oh no, I just don't want an airplane. I probably just want to go just like that, or fly from one place to another. Then they are having this mystic potency, and that is why they are superior to that of a human being, and that is why they belong to the category of devatas. Okay. Anyways,
The devatas are not superior because in Swarga Lok, there's
they are
many.
also devatas in the Swargalok. See, because we saw 8 categories of devatas, isn't it? So the devatas in the Swargaloka are also category of devatas.
Mataji,
Mataji,
Shriyan, let Shriyan complete, dear Suraj. Yeah.
okay.
Thank
Mataji, it's not that. It's like why the devatas are not superior than us because in Swarga Lok there is very less chance because there's a lot of enjoyment and all that stuff in Swarga
That
Lok.
is true. See, all these people, they have greater powers and opulence than that of people in the people in the earthly planet.
That's why it's really hard, like to focus on the Krishna consciousness when you discuss with so much. But here it's like just perfect.
Yes, dear.
Like in the Govardhan Leela where Indra tries to destroy Vrindavan, since there are so many powers, they're like carried away. They don't even know what they're doing. But for us, since we don't have like so much power, we just take shelter. They just took shelter in the Krishna, the Navanvasis. So, so it's way easier to become a devotee here. So that way considered that they're not superior than us.
Yes, it's very, very easier to go to Krishna here because of less distractions than in the heavenly planets. You're right.
Mataji, doesn't Pisacha mean witch?
Huh?
Doesn't Pisacha mean witch?
Yes, ghost, I think.
Well, according to my family, it means witch. They have extraordinary powers,
Yes.
but if it's above human power, then hypnotists are also considered witches, and I can sort of make my mom feel dizzy, feel drowsy, and feel sleepy. So, I'm one of the things.
You have an hypnotizing capability, Suraj.
No,
I'm scared.
Mataji, actually, ask my mom.
Oh, your mom has that capability. Oh my
No,
God.
I did that.
You did that, your mom?
Yeah.
Oh my, I'm really scared of you now.
Mataji,
No, it doesn't do anything to you though. I can't make you do something.
Okay, okay. So you just put me to sleep or just make me feel dizzy? Is that what you do?
Yes.
Okay.
Mataji, I
Huh.
know. I need to say two things. Number one is I know how to hypnotize people.
Oh
Number
my
two,
God.
you just be mean to them, then they get red eyes. So that's how you hypnotize. And then number two is actually Bhuta means ghost and Pisacha means witch.
Hmm. Okay, some category. These people now they don't have a subtle body. That's all. That's the point. Okay, so we need to be careful. They'll just be around, but we'll not know. We can't see them, and that's how they scare us. Okay, they can just enter into a body of a person, and then
Yeah,
they can
how did
create.
you say you can
They can.
hypnotize someone again?
They can.
Mataji, can you
They
repeat
can.
that, Mataji? Can you
So
repeat that words again?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
how
So
to hear it.
what happens is that with these ghosts and all that, so they don't have subtle body. Okay, so when they don't have a subtle body, what happens? Sorry, when they don't have a gross body, so they are actually see when you die. Say for example, when it's not a natural death for you, you die just by taking poison or hanging from a ceiling. You die. So what you're doing to your body, you are actually creating an artificial death, which is not ordained or destined to you. And in this, so in this process, what happens is that, okay, you have not completed your life cycle. So as a punishment to this, you are given a subtle body. You're just made to wander in this world just with the subtle body because you committed suicide. So with the subtle body, what happens is that now you're seeing food, but you're not able to eat. You're seeing a drink, but you're not able to drink. But you have all these feelings of hunger, thirst, and everything, but you're not able to satisfy them. So in order to satisfy their cravings, in order to satisfy their desires, what do? These ghosts actually enter into a gross body of a person, and they try to fulfill their desires using that gross body. Are you able to understand? So this person is occupied by a ghost, which means, I've also heard from people really, I mean, it has happened in real time that, one of the devotees' daughters, she happened to get a ghost into her body, and every night she would wake up at a certain time and create a very, very alarming sort of disturbance to the whole family. And then Narshinga Kavacha prayers were recited, and then only it took a long time for the ghost to go. And whenever the prayers are recited, the Narshinga Kavacha prayers are recited, at that time the ghost would be very, very calm, and it will not create, I mean, to that girl, it just remains so stable, it seems. But then when the prayers were not recited at that time, she was always in anxiety, and her mom, she used to be so scared of her daughter, because at that particular time, midnight or something like that, she will create that very big, huge disturbance to everyone around. And then a brahmachari was invited to her house, and then she used to push the brahmachari like this, and then when he recited the prayer, she used to be very, very stable, because that ghost probably was afraid of the prayers. And then after some point in time, the ghost went away from her body. And then now that Mataji's daughter is fine, she even went to temples and things of that nature. So I was told this real-time story by one of the devotees. So which is so which is kind of scary, isn't it? So this is what is about ghosts. Yeah, Vinita. Yeah, Vrinda. I don't know if I scared you by
I am
telling.
seeing that that might be ghost, but then even in general also, when you are cranky, when you feel like shouting, you just go sit in one place, do the prayers. That mood will go away, and then you will be a good person. That's what I am telling.
Mataji,
Yes.
I have
Vinita
another scary story.
Wait.
such
We
as
will try
this.
to. 1 second, dear Suraj. So Vinita Gandharvika Mataji brings a very, very good point. Okay, so you all should listen to that point. Mataji, can you repeat it once more so everyone can hear?
Yeah, Mataji here was talking about ghosts, but then not only ghosts. Sometimes we are very cranky, and like we are not in a mood, and parents are saying something, you want to shout at them, and you want to scream, you want to throw things down. That is all the ghostly activities that we are doing. To reduce that, we go sit and chant one round or do some prayers. That bad desires or bad things that is coming to us, to show it outside, that will reduce, and it makes us calm. That's what I'm telling.
Beautiful realization, isn't it, kids? We all must take it as an advice from Anita Gandharvika Mataji that whenever we are having demoniac tendencies, we need to control the tendencies by actually praying to Krishna that, oh Krishna, see, I'm just going through such a bad phase in my life where I'm getting angry at people whom I should not be getting anger. So please help me come out of this situation. So when we do the prayers to Krishna sincerely, that way we can actually come out of that particular mood, which is demoniac. Okay. So let's all try to imbibe that quality and realization of Mataji. All right. Thank you, Mataji. That was very beautiful.
Mataji, could I say something?
Yeah. Go ahead, Shriyan. And Suraj also had something to say. Go ahead.
It's about what Mataji, like Anita Gandharvika Mataji said. Like she said that if we are cranky and stuff like that, we need to like chant and be devoted to Krishna. But when we are cranky and like angry and stuff like that, we're not that, we don't even know that we're angry and we're not in a good mood. Like we're not.
You're right. You're so practical, Shriyan. Yes, I agree with you. So in a fit of rage, we react. And we at that point don't even realize we are angry, but it just comes to us automatically. And that's that. So as you go bigger and bigger, you'll be able to realize, oh, this is not good. This is not right. This is not actually helping out in my devotional service.
By hearing Krishna Katha every day in Bhagavatam, every day we have classes, right? Not only, if not Sangha classes, if you go to temple, you'll hear classes and many other classes. So what they say is like bad things about bad thoughts are coming to us. We have to control it. So we keep hearing it, we will get that intelligence. Okay, now I may shout for 1 minute. After that 1 minute, I may get the intelligence because I hear every day Krishna Katha, I get intelligence. Oh, what did yesterday's speaker told me? I should not scream. So I calm down myself, remembering that words of the speaker. So it's like that. By hearing every day what we have to do, what we have to not do, that helps us to act in that situation.
Mataji, but for me, like when I'm angry or cranky and like any bad mood, I just don't know what I'm doing. When I'm talking, I just talk whatever comes to my mind, and then I eat whatever I like. Like for example, if there's soda in front of me, I just drink the whole can, and like I really don't like. I really don't even no, I'm angry. So even if I go to classes, for me when I'm angry, I really can't, like, I'm out of my mind. So I really can't remember anything, and it's really hard also to do like kirtan or any chanting or anything, because
no problem, Suraj. No, sorry, Shriya, no problem. Slowly, you will get it. That's what Mataji is saying. So, you know, as we mature in devotional service, you're all very young kids. You know, we don't want, I mean, obviously it's so hard to become so matured at this point in time. You all become, when you all become like a teenager or, you know, maybe 16, 17, that point you will realize, oh, this is bad, this is good. So till then, just listen to your parents. And if your parents say, no, wait. If your parents say this is wrong, just listen to them and go by their instructions. Till that time, you always have parents as guide. After that, if you are good enough, then you have to move out to your college, right? You have to stay alone. At that time, you will make your decisions on your own. At that time, you will know what is right and what is wrong. Okay? Yeah. Go ahead, Suraj. With your question, we'll have to go to the next slide as well.
Mataji, I thought when we become teenagers, we start getting mood swings, and that's why, and that's when we become
Who tells you all this, Suraj? Who tells you all this? You hear it from someone?
School.
Oh, your mom. Oh, from school. Okay. Even I came to know about this very
mood
recently.
Mataji, with this mood swings, like you can't stay like happy, satisfied.
Since you know it now itself, you can actually tackle the mood swings that is going to come to you in the future, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's possible, but that's okay. That's a
It's
phase
like
that everybody
it's
goes
gonna
through.
become even worse. So like, how is it maturing?
No. See, as you age, I mean, as you age in devotional service, that's what I meant. It's not about age. Say, for example, a person who's 40, he's not devotion. He may not be devotionally mature, but a person who's 3 or 4 years old, right from when he's 2 years old, he might be into Krishna consciousness. So by the time he's 10, he's devotionally mature. So we don't know. With spirituality, it's very difficult to actually say who's mature, who's not mature, because even a 60-year-old need not be mature devotionally if he is not gotten into Krishna consciousness. Okay, so the maturity depends upon the subject matter, the intelligence, the response to a particular situation. This is what a maturity is all about. So when as you progress in the path of devotional service, you mature. That's what I meant. Okay, it's not with age you mature. With your sadhana you mature. With your devotional sadhana you mature. Okay. So
Mataji,
till we get the maturity, we just have to listen to our guides. We have to listen to our parents. We have to listen to, anyways, at all points in time, Guru, Sadhu and Shastras are the way to go for us. Yes,
Mataji,
Shriyan. Yes, let's give chance to Isha. Isha has something to say.
Mataji, can you go to the next page for a second?
This is the last page. I'll just complete
No,
this page.
the page that the before,
Oh, okay.
the other page one more time.
Okay.
It will take some time to write, Mataji. It will.
Oh, don't have to write, dear. It's all translations. Okay. See, these are verses 21 to 30. You can just go to the translations in database and you can probably go through that. Okay. I just copy pasted from there.
So what do I have to do in database? What thing?
21, 3.10.21 to 30. Those are the verses that I covered today. Okay, dear?
Mataji, when you said that, like we mature by our sadhana, not by our age. An example for that is Prahlad Maharaj, because just when he was like so young, he was like so mature. That was all because he had done so much sadhana, and like, so that's why he had matured by his sadhana so much, even though like he was just like in his mother's womb. Like, I mean, if you think like maybe 10 or something, that's okay. But like
He's
mother's
got, so with Prahlad, he has got that mercy. Okay. So it's a different case altogether. But anyways, see, we'll go to the last slide and complete this section. Okay. So now I shall describe the descendants of Manus, the creator Brahma, as the
Wait, Mataji.
incarnation of the passion, a mode of personality of Godhead. He creates the universal affairs with unfailing desires in every millennium by the force of Lord's energy. See, it is by the force of Lord's energy, he is able to create this material affairs. Without that, it's just not possible for Brahma himself to do it. You can endeavor, even we can endeavor to perform a task, but then it is just the will of the Lord that we are able to complete and fulfill the particular desire of us. So it's very important to have the mercy from the Lord in order to do a particular activity. Okay, so the next is the Manvantras. Okay, the descendants of Manus. Those all will be described in the later context. So you will probably be hearing more about it in Monday, I think, Monday's class, as to what the next segment is. Okay, so with this, the section is done for today. I think Mataji will probably do. So do we have moral stories, Mataji, today? Vinita Gandharvika Mataji? Okay, let me see.
Did you call me?
No, moral stories, Mataji. Ratnavali Mataji is coming.
Yeah, maybe Ratnavali Mataji is not aware of the classes going on. Mataji, can you do any one moral story from directly from ISKCON Disciple?
Yeah. I'll try to look. Oh, okay. Kids, Advait, are you there? What story do you want?
Yes,
Advait?
Mataji.
We can leave it to kids, Mataji.
Mataji,
Maybe kids can
some
narrate.
funny
If
stories.
they know any story.
Mataji, you pick something out. We don't want someone to pick something because if we get all specific, we already know it.
All the stories you already know it, right?
No, if we get
Mataji.
if we get too specific, then we will already know the story you're about to tell.
Oh, okay. So let me give you some
Mataji,
choices.
this is Advait.
Hmm.
All I want is funny stories.
Okay, that which makes you laugh and laugh heavily. See Sudevi smiling. I see Shriyan also smiling. I see Jahnavi smiling. Karthik Devidasi is very serious even at this point. Why so? Oh, now she is smiling also. Very good to see all of you smiley. Okay, let me see once again. I am sorry, Crates. I didn't actually pull this up previously. So whose parents tell stories to you every day? Anybody's parents?
Mataji, my mom, she tells me stories or we read stories from Krishna book.
Is it Jahnavi?
Yeah.
Wow, so nice of Mataji to do it. Karthik Devidasi, go ahead, dear.
Me and my mom every night we try to read Krishna book before I go to bed.
Beautiful. Wonderful. So is your mom's name Karthik Devidasi? Or you
My
are
mom-
initiated?
Oh, well, no, I'm not initiated.
No, what is your name?
Oh, Kartik?
Karthik. Okay, got it. Wonderful. And Isha, do you have something to say?
My mom doesn't read me stories like very less times, but she makes me read the Krishna conscious books.
Oh, she makes you read. Okay, got it. Very nice.
Mataji, before bed, if it's my mom who's telling the story, then I listen to Krishna conscious. But if it's my dad, I listen to pretty much anything.
Pretty much everything?
Yes.
That's nice. Whatever he says, you listen.
Yeah. And like sometimes he even lets me pick.
Whatever he picks, you just
No,
listen.
he gives me a category and then he tells different options and I.
So this one, what about this one? Jabala and Gautama Muni. Do we know that?
Yes, we do.
Tenali Rama catches a thief. How about that funny story that Advait was asking?
Do anything that has Tenali Rama.
Yeah, let's do that, okay? Tenali
I
Raman
don't-
catches a thief.
Mataji, if it's Tenali Raman, I don't care if I heard the story before.
Okay, let's go for it then, okay? Let me share the screen. Yay, Tenali Raman ki jai. Let's see. King Krishnadevaraya returned back to his kingdom from a victorious battle. Okay. And then he was very, very happy about his victory. I want to distribute this valuable jewels amongst all my ministers. They all worked very hard to achieve this victory. So, and see, he just brought these jewels over. Next day, the jewels were laid for distribution amongst the ministers. The king had one for each minister. Wow, very nice, isn't it? My dear ministers, please take your share. Like that, he's kept a display out for them. The ministers immediately rushed to take their jewels. Can you see them? Tenali Raman entered late. Okay. By the time he arrived, there was no jewels left in the plate. His envious colleagues were very, very happy. Ha! There is nothing left for you, Tenali Raman. Today, you will go empty-handed. Do you think Tenali Raman is going to go empty-handed? I don't think so. Let's see. The king was not aware that Tenali Raman had come late. I hope you got your share. No, the king thinks that I've already taken my share. How can I tell him that I didn't get anything? Like that thinks Tenali Raman. Tenali Raman bowed to the plate. The plate has nothing in it. Each of the ministers took their share. When Tenali Raman came, it was too late. He had no share left. Seeing that, the ministers were very happy. They were all envious of Tenali Raman and they thought, oh, now you don't have anything. That's what we want. Like that, they thought. And then they covered it with a piece of, what did he do? He bowed down to the plate and then he covered it with a piece of cloth. This drew attention of the king. What are you standing? What are you doing standing there? Why did you cover the plate with a cloth? Like that, he started to ask. Tenali Raman whispered into king's ear. Since I came late, some minister has taken away my share. So I was trying to cover the sin with my cloth. He went and told the king. How was this possible? I had counted the exact number of jewels and placed them myself. There was one jewel for each minister. This means one of the minister has double the share. Oh my God. This is a good opportunity to catch the corrupt thief. Tell them that you will personally do a physical check of all the ministers. Isn't it very interesting? I mean, I'm just so curious to know how the Tenali Raman is going to find out who the culprit is. Isn't it all? Isn't it, kids? Isn't it very interesting till now? Yeah, let's go. Let's go next. Someone has taken 2 jewels instead of 1. Whoever has done so, better submit it. I will personally check all of you physically. Being afraid of King's wrath, one minister immediately confessed. See, that minister, whoever took the share, he confessed. The king took the jewel and gifted it to Tenali Raman. Besides, the king also gave minister's share to Tenali Raman. You helped me catch the corrupt minister, hence you get double the share. See, all he did was he just did an act that the king was able to see. He bowed to the plate and then he covered it with a cloth. He just told the king that, see, I haven't gotten my share because somebody else has taken the share. Somebody has doubled the jewels. And the king said, no, I kept exactly each share for one minister. And that being said, each minister should get a share. If they didn't, if you didn't get a share, that means that the other minister might have taken double the share. So since he was going to be done a physical check, he got really scared and he himself confessed. So when you yourself confess, the punishment is lesser, right? The punishment is
this isn't
less.
smart. This isn't smart because Mataji, nobody just confesses like that because
the thing is, here in the king's court, it's not possible for him to escape. Okay, he'll be physically checked, meaning nicely nicely make sure that he, his pockets are checked, his everything is checked for that matter. He cannot escape. So he knows he's going to be in a bigger trouble. If the king is going to catch him, he will get double the punishment, probably. He'll be put into jail and he'll be there in the jail for the rest of his life. Even with your parents now, if you have told a lie, it's better for you to confess yourself. Okay, mom, I have told a lie. I'm sorry about it. Like that.
Mataji, the point was that I thought that Nali Raman found all the loopholes that take long time and stuff. But like this time he didn't take any loophole. He just went straight.
Yeah, just one streak, he got it all taken care of. Yes, Isha, go ahead, dear.
No, that takes all the fun out of it.
Oh, Isha, go ahead, dear.
I've seen Tenali Rama before, and I never read it. But whenever I saw it in cartoons and stuff, I think he looks much more better than the right now in here.
Yeah. So let's see the moral that we've been told. One should not try to take more than what he deserves. If out of envy we try to grab someone's share, not only we will have to return the share, but we'll also lose whatever we have as our share. So this is what happened to the minister, isn't it? If all of us in this world stop from being envious and grabbing each other's share, then there will be enough for everyone and all of them can stay very peacefully. So the problem with
Can we have another Tenali Raman story?
Advait, I'm getting late here. Is it okay? Maybe next class I'll come up with 2 stories, okay?
Okay, Machi.
Is that okay, dear? I'm so sorry. Next class
Yes,
we'll do
Mataji,
two
this is
stories.
enough, Mataji. You
Ah.
can leave, Mataji. I will allow kids to tell one story.
Okay, Mataji. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, kids, for your time. I'll just take a leave now. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnav vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Shri Radhika Kasturi ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And thank you, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. All glories to you. Hare Krishna. Bye,
Radhika
kids.
Kasturi Mataji ki jai. Yeah. Now I will allow kids to
play games.
Yeah. Now I can give the opportunity to tell kids can tell their moral stories because you might have known many stories. Now Advait hears a lot. I think moral stories. Come on, tell me one moral story that you know. Of course, Isha raised her hand. Before
Okay, Mataji.
that, Advait will tell one story and then Isha will tell one story.
Okay, I'll tell one of Tenali Raman. Okay.
Sure. Go ahead.
So one day, Tenali Raman, he goes to court, and the king has a challenge for him. They say that whoever can finish this challenge can be a higher minister. So all of the ministers were trying to do it. So the challenge was that they have to make the dog's tail straight.
Yeah, funny. Come on, go ahead.
So all the ministers took home a dog, and they had 1 week to make the dog's tail straight. So some ministers put weights on the dog's tail. Some stretched the tail out and put like a rope. But Tenali Raman he didn't do anything. He didn't even feed the dog. So when the 1 week was up, everyone came, and some ministers, they took off the weight, and the dog went back to curling. And then some ministers took out the rope, but it still was curling. Tenali Raman, he didn't have to take out anything. Since he didn't even feed the dog was so weak, he had to keep the tail straight. He couldn't even curl it.
Wow. So very nice. So for naughty kids to make them sweat right is like not to give them anything. Then automatically they will be correct, right? Yeah. As a parents, we use sometimes this kind of
I'll take one more because it was short.
for children. Okay, Advait, we'll give Isha a chance. Isha wants to go. Isha, go ahead. Quickly, small stories, okay? We are crossing our time. Start.
Okay, so Mataji, I'm gonna tell a story about greed. So once there was two sister cats. They were fighting for a piece of roti. So the monkey came. He said, "What's happening? Why are you fighting?" And then he said, "Because of a piece of roti." So he got the measuring thing. So he cut it in half, but the one cat said, "Hers is more." So then he just took a half and ate it. And as keep doing it, the cats had nothing to eat, and then they were about to hit the monkey, but he left. So that's the moral. The moral of the story: don't be greedy. Oh yeah, I have another story. I watched it. I never fit. It's very short.
Other kids' chance, okay?
It's very short. So
okay, Isha, please see. I'll have Jahnavi, Suraj, everyone. Okay, I know Isha is a very good girl. She wants to share more next week. Okay, whenever Matajis are late, I will allow you to speak. Thank you, Isha. Thank you for understanding. Good girl. Jahnavi, go ahead quickly. Short story, okay?
I want to say the story of it's in the Jagannath book, and I read it and I really like it. And one time there is this king, and he was listening to Srimad Bhagavatam because he daily listens to it. And then his guru came, and so he immediately ran running to him and paid obeisances and went back on his chair. And his guru also sat in the chair. And his guru's feet's dust got on his head. But then there was a fly going around his head, just going around and around. And then it got right on the place where where he got his grandmother's dust on, and so he forgot about the dust and wiped the dust off in the fly off because he was trying to shoot away. And then he looked at his finger and was like, oh, I wiped the dust on my own grill. And then he realized that. And then when his guru saw this, he put his head down. After the kata was finished, he asked his guru, what's wrong? Why are you so sad? The guru said, because you wiped the dust that your guru gave that from his lotus feet. That's the most biggest offense. And so then his guru left, and then he got so sad. And so he told all his men to go and check to see how to answer this sin. And so they all checked, and one finally came and said, you have to put like copper, and until the copper goes into fire, you have to stay there till sacrifice. He was ready to do his sacrifice. So we stayed there for such a long time, all day, all night. And he was about to burn into ashes. And all the other people started screaming, please get out, but the king didn't care because he wasn't afraid of death. He just wished to get the sin out so he doesn't have to come back.
Janavi, I think this is King Kulashekar.
Yeah, good. Yeah. And
Jagannath made his body ice.
And then Jagannath was done, and Jagannath made the fire as cold as ice. And so the fire was so cold now. And then he was finally done, and everybody was happy. He got freed from his sin. That's true.
Janvi, where did you get that book from? The thing that you were saying, the Jagannath book.
The Jagannath book? I'm not sure, Mom. Where did I get that?
Mataji, I have it. Let me come and show.
We bought it at the Jagannath Yatra. So I'm going to Jagannath Yatra. Yeah, I linked her at the Yatra.
Lala, do you want me to get mad?
Very nice, Janavi. Thank you for sharing that. So we are now time off, like 7:18 already. Whoever raised hand, we can take next time, next Thursday. I will allow after Mataji leave. Every time we will get a turn. Like one kid I can allow. Okay. Thank you, kids, for joining, because tomorrow you have to go to schools, right? You have to sleep early and go to school. So it will get late. EST kids, already it is 8:30, closer to 8:30. So we have to go to bed. We'll offer our prayers, offer my obeisances to all the little kids. Vancha kalpatarobhyasya kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, all little kids ki jai. Closing the call for today. Bye bye.